And matter of fact, this thing is long. So, you had something else, Mobilecon? And something different? Well, please, all means. Yeah, something with this internet connection. Tilted a little bit to just like this way, so down on your, not the other way. All right, and yeah, that's the water. Yeah, all right, the water. All right, let's get into it. Tonight's topic is purge the Christianity for your life's sake. Right. I remember coming up in the school, one major thing that Officer Karak 5000 taught during Hebrew Academy was that we have to kill off the Christianity on us. You understand? And I should have titled the class something a little bit different. That's the spirit of it. I didn't want to give it away initially. The initial way I wanted to approach this topic is we talk about the Christian church all of the time in the UPK. What is it? Why do we talk about the Christian church? You know me, I ask a lot of questions, y'all. I don't like being the only one talking. Go ahead.
Sir.
Is it down? It's cool. We can just speak loud. Let's just keep going for conversation. We can fix it.
Modern Pharisees.
Correct. Damn right. What was wrong about the Pharisees?
They will pretty much perpetrate like they sit up there and say, oh, they're keeping the law, but behind closed doors, they really just snorting cocaine, having sex with whores.
Damn.
Probably smoking weed a little bit.
It was. You talking about Christians or the Pharisees? Both, huh? Give them a head. Shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you never know. They were probably smoking that biblical. They were smoking that biblical cocaine. They were smoking real rocks back in the. You can't even imagine. You can't even imagine in the Bible days. But it's nothing new under the sun. They must have had something similar, and give it to the brother. Quran Yala and Commander Johanna bringing out the fact that the Egyptians had us on drugs in ancient Egypt the same way they put us on drugs today. They had projects back in those days. Like there's so many things that parallel from back then to now that I would not put it past they were smoking something similar to crack back in the ancient Egyptian days. What else is it about the Pharisees and the Christian church that we go so hard on them?
The active mouthpiece of the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
They actively destroy our people.
How do they do that?
Like I said, by telling us different things that are applied. The law is done.
Mm-hmm.
Christ came back for everybody. You can sin out. If you want your sinner forever, you can ask for forgiveness and continue to sin. A lot of things, sir.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? No sweat. Give me Matthew 23:3. See, the one thing about the Christian church, right? They definitely are doing all manner of wickedness and evil in the Christian church. But they do teach the Bible in essence, right? There's certain things that they teach that have to be true because they're teaching the Bible. You know what I mean? There's certain things that they're telling people to do that are right. You know what I mean? And the further we get away from what the real Christian church was, at least as far as the black community coming out of slavery, when we would have strong men teaching things, now this modern day Christian church is completely gone in the ways of the oppressor and completely destroyed. But at one point in time, you go back they were teaching certain things that were right. Right? We'll go ahead and read this one.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
All therefore,
Mm-hmm.
whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do.
Right. What the Pharisees tell you to do, you should do these things, right? Keep going.
And do not ye after their work.
Right, but don't be like them. Keep going.
For they say, and do not.
They do what?
And do not.
No, one more time. They do what? They
For they say,
and
do not.
They say do these things, but they don't do these things. They tell you what's right, but they don't do what's right. They tell you that the Lord wants you to have a family and that men and women should be together and doing all this, but they teach completely opposite of that. How do they teach the opposite of that? By their actions. You understand? Anyone can say anything, but your actions have to line up with your words. So give me Luke chapter 12 and verse 1. All right. And then I'm going to explain tonight's topic in this class a little bit more.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, when there were gathered together an innumerable multitude of people,
Mm-hmm.
insomuch that they trod one upon another.
Right. It's so many people coming to see Yahweh Shai that they're trampling over people. You know, they have big concerts and you got thousands of people. They're trotting over people, stepping over people. It's almost a stampede. All right. Keep going.
He began to say unto his disciples,
Uh-huh.
First of all, beware ye of the leaven of the Pharisees,
Mm-hmm.
which is hypocrisy.
Right. Beware of what?
Beware ye of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy.
Right. Beware of the leavening of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. What does leavening do? We just came from the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right. Go ahead. Right. So how is this being used in this analogy? Mm-hmm. Right. Give him a hand. You know what I mean? Like what's heavy about what the brother is saying, what puffs them up, what builds them up, what makes that church make so much money and become so great is the hypocrisy, right? Why do people go there? They don't go there because they see Pooh Shiesty up there shooting dice and tats on his face, you know what I mean? Having shootouts and breaking down dope on the table. They go there because they want to do better. They're going to the church to find a better way of life. And they see this soft ass pastor who's talking so nice and friendly and say, brother, everything's going to be all right. You come and serve the Lord and Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. You accept him in your heart. You understand? You have riches. And you hearing all this nonsense and garbage because you think this is the house of the Lord. You think that these men are serving the Lord. So they're taking all the money from your grandma. They're taking all the money from your auntie, your sister, your wife, your children. They are getting puffed up because they're hypocrites. They profess themselves to be righteous in front of the people, but behind closed door, they shooting dice and doing the same thing that Pooh Shiesty doing. The pastor robbing people and all types of manner of wickedness is going on. You understand? And so he's worse than the people that are coming to see him. They're trying to get, change their life. You understand? Read it one more time from the top.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime,
Mm-hmm.
when there were gathered together
Right.
an innumerable multitude of people,
Right.
insomuch that they trod one upon another,
Mm-hmm.
he began to say unto his disciples, First of all, beware ye of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy.
Right. The thing that allows them to gain so much power and wealth on earth is being a hypocrite. We know what a hypocrite is. Someone that says they're doing something and then they do something else. Keep Keep going. Anything else over there? Let's keep going. Let's see what it says in the next verse.
For there is nothing that shall not be revealed.
Good night. There is nothing that you do that cannot be revealed, that will not be revealed. Why be a hypocrite? Why not do the things that you say you are doing, that you are teaching people to do? You understand? There is nothing worse than being a hypocrite. You know what I mean? Like, once again, you got the precept about being lukewarm. You understand that Christ will spew you out because you're lukewarm. You have 1 foot in the world, 1 foot in the truth. You know what I mean? A hypocrite, you can respect someone that's just on the other side. They tell you, I'm about this, I do that. I don't care about the Bible. Okay, we know how to deal with you. We see that you're destroyed and you need help. You're sick. You know what I mean? But someone to know the truth and then do opposite of it, that's trampling on Christ. All right. I'm gonna get that precept later on, but let's keep reading now.
Verse 3. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops.
Good night. Like the context of that is like, who is Christ speaking to again? If y'all remember, if y'all just paying attention. He's speaking to who? You sure? I'm just messing. Yeah, you sure? Yeah, Most High Christ. What is he warning them about? Why is he saying these things?
He doesn't want them to turn into the Pharisees.
Give him a hand. You know what I mean? So, once again, the title of tonight's class is Purge the Christianity for Your Life's Sake. All right? There is nothing to me, like we know, obviously, the white man is the devil. We know how evil these people are. But as for us in the truth, man, the difference between us and Christianity, the difference between us and Islam, the difference between us and Egyptology or whatever the hell weird religion, Brother Polite, well, I hate calling him Brother Polite. That nigga Polite, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we trying to put him in the Hamite box as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Polite, you know what I mean? Whatever religion he followed, the difference between us and them here in the UPK specifically, and the ISUPK, the Commander General, is that brothers came in here to serve the Lord and change their lives. We got brothers that have unalived people. We have brothers that have, been to prison. We have brothers that have sold dope, sisters that have had abortions, etc., that have been whores in the world. You understand? Brothers have been whoremongers in the world. They gave that up to come in here and serve the Lord. And if we find out that you are still doing these things, we're going to kick you the F out of here. You understand? And I pride myself in wanting to make sure that we keep this house clean. You understand? That any of this manner of wickedness that the Pharisees are doing, which is hypocrisy, cannot live in this household. You understand? So I'll get 1 second. And shalom, I'm teaching class. Everything to what? You can do something with the salmon for sure. All right. Shalom. Salak, yeah. All right. And the cool part about it is the things that you're doing are going to be broadcasted to the world. They said like from the rooftops. It's going to be pronounced, the things that you're doing. So just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's your job. You've been hired to be righteous. You haven't been hired to be wicked. All right, let's drop that. Let's go run through some precepts. I know I got a lot of precepts tonight. Let's keep it rolling. Give me Matthew 16:5. Like, Purge the Christianity for your life's sake. The Bible says, choose life, don't choose death, man. Choose these laws, statutes, and commandments. Choose to obey what has been set down by the men above us in this truth, in this standard. You understand? Don't come in here and shame Commander General Yohana. Don't come here and shame your zone, your captain, by behaving yourself in a way that's unseemly. You understand? That's ridiculous. If you want to do that, go to the fucking Christian church, man. Be a Christian. You want to be a Christian? Be a goddamn Christian. We don't do this for show, for pictures, to do this for the gram, as they used to say, for Facebook love and shout outs. That's what IUIC. Go join IUIC. They're Christians over there. Join a fake Israelite group. They're Christians over there, man. Christ was warning his men that the thing that can destroy them and destroy whatever they're building is hypocrisy. Saying one thing and doing another, man. You cannot say that dealing with other nations is unlawful and then you go sleep with a goddamn white woman. You can't say that getting high is wrong and you selling drugs and getting high. You can't say that sex is marriage and you treat having sex with a woman like it's nothing. You understand? You are a goddamn hypocrite, man. It's time to grow up and do the things that you're saying. And guess what? These things are not hard to do. That's the sad thing. Don't let Satan trick you out of your position. These commandments are not grievous. You know what I mean? But go ahead and read out.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 16 and verse 5. And when his disciples were come to the other side.
Right. Now, hold on. I'm going to answer the sister's question. The sister Precious asked a question. She said, why do people still attend the church even though the heads of the church are hypocrites? They continue to attend the church because if the person that I'm following continues in sin, then I can continue in sin. You understand? It gives them a way out. They don't think it's possible to be righteous, so it's no problem to following somebody that's unrighteous because the pastor is brainwashing them and telling them everyone falls short of the glory of God, that we all are sinners and we're going to continue in sin until Christ returns. So they're being misled and misguided. They're not being taught the truth. So they think it's okay to follow someone that's a hypocrite because they themselves are hypocrites and they've never seen another example of someone that actually does the things that they're saying, which to me, once again, is disgusting to bring that here into the UPK. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone in the world is searching some place to find the truth, some place that is righteous. This is the one place that you can come and learn to serve the Lord. And then if you come and then you see something that makes you doubt the Lord, that makes you doubt Yahushua Mashiach because of your behavior, you might as well tie yourself to a millstone. You understand? You know what I mean? Because that is a grave evil. And if you do something that turns someone away from the truth, you are accountable for that. And you have to answer to the Lord for that. You need to do everything you can to make sure they get that opportunity to come back to them. All right, let's go ahead and read. Keep reading. Call it out.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 16 and verse 5. And when his disciples were come to the other side, they had forgotten to take bread. Then Yahushua said unto them, take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees.
Right.
And they reasoned among themselves, saying, it is because we have taken no bread. Which when Yahushua perceived, he said unto them, O ye of little faith, why reason ye among yourselves? Because ye have brought no bread?
Right.
Do ye not yet understand, neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000 and how many baskets ye took up?
Right. So they're being carnal. They're thinking, he's saying, beware of the leaven of the Sadducees and the Pharisees. They're thinking, like, what type of evil, wicked bread do they have over there? You know what I'm saying? They like, man, stay away from the bread that they serving people. He like, nigga, I'm not talking about no goddamn bread, man. Don't you remember, we're not worried about bread. Just because we forgot bread, we always will have something to eat. If you with me, I got y'all about having real food. This is something different. It's a spiritual matter. Keep going.
Neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000 and how many baskets ye took up? How is it that ye do not understand that I have spoken it not to you concerning bread, that ye should beware the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees? Then understood they how that he bade them not beware of the leaven of bread, but of the doctrine of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees.
Right. Don't fall into that doctrine of them. These things that they teach are destroying men. The Christian church has destroyed the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. This is why we've always said, I'd rather smoke crack than be a Christian. You know what I mean? Today, the updated version, I'd rather be on fentanyl ODing than to be a Christian, because at least that person on fentanyl understands what they're doing is wrong. That brother that's smoking crack or getting high on whatever knows what they're doing is wrong. But being a goddamn Christian is someone that thinks they're right and they're wrong as hell. Don't be a Christian in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Akwatian. Do not be a Christian in the truth, where you go and teach on this podium standing next to me and telling our people what the hell is wrong with them, but you ain't fixed yourself. You ain't worked on yourself. You ain't killed off that old man. You understand? The picture of the class tonight is the picture of Purge. You know what I mean? And the title, talking to Captain Kwame last night, he was like, yeah, purge the Christianity from your life. Like that movie where they had the free fall to just go and unalive and just do whatever they needed to do. We need to do that with our old selves. We need to do that with our ways of the world and become what? New men, new women, new creatures in Christ. All right. Let's drop that. Let's go to let's go to the Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
Right. If we sin willfully, you know what's right, you know what's wrong, you teaching the truth. You understand? And you're doing these things willfully, there remaineth no more sacrifices of sins. Like Christ did not die for you to continue to be a sinner. You're going to have to pay for the things that you're doing. These things are going to catch up to you. So keep going.
But a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fury, indignation, which shall devour the adversaries.
Right. Like, read that part again.
Verse 27. But a certain fearful looking for a judgment, for of judgment and fury, indignation.
Fiery.
Fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy.
Good night. Someone that disobeyed Moses' law died without mercy. They didn't cry. They didn't have, any regrets in doing what they were doing against you. You committing adultery. You understand? You getting put to death. He got scissors. So lock it. No sweat. No sweat. Yeah, he good. Yeah, he didn't. They didn't think twice about it. You know what I mean? Keep reading.
Under 2 or 3 witnesses.
Right.
Of how much sore punishment, suppose ye, shall he be thought worthy, who have trodden underfoot the Son of God?
Damn. You want to break that one down, Mawaka?
So is he pretty much saying that because we have the knowledge, our punishment is going to be so much greater because of that?
Correct. What is the trodden down part? You want to have him read it and break it down as he goes? The maybe half, is it a new verse? So start halfway down the middle.
Suppose ye, shall he be thought worthy who have trodden underfoot the Son of God?
Right. What does that mean?
Stepping on people with Christ.
Correct. Yep.
You're disrespecting it to the, you're disrespecting it to the lowest that you can.
How though? You own it.
Like by disobeying and by doing the opposite of what you're being told, or what the knowledge that you receive.
Right. Give him a man on that. Like the fact that you know the truth now. How do you know the truth? Because of Christ. What did he do? What did he do what he did for? He did it to give you a second chance. Then you get this second chance and you trodden down on his grace. You trodden down on his mercy. You trampling on it. You understand? It's like you taking, brothers will be more offended. You understand how many, bro, you might get assaulted damn near. You go to the Passover, if I drop this sword on the ground and start stepping on it, muddy boots. Bro, be like, what is you on? You understand? Shamar department will be like, get him out. You're going to get drug out just like that goddamn Hamite. You understand? They be like, this nigga is weird. You know what I mean? You take the scroll. We go up to salute the Torah. Everybody else. You know what I mean? Yeah, what's in Brock? Yeah. Somebody else grab the Torah, throw it on the ground, and start stomping on it. You know what I mean? But you stomping on the blood of Christ, you know what I'm saying? That's more valuable than this paper. You know what I'm saying? You destroying the things that Commander General Yohana has given up his life for. The work that General Muhammad has done out year in and year out. All the things that Captain Zaryak has worked for. Everything that the brothers and righteous brothers and sisters in your zone, you are counter the truth by your life. Because they look at us like we're the righteous men and we point out hypocrisy day in and day out. And then someone sees hypocrisy in us and they say, you know what, this is just another version of the Christian church. That's what happens when niggas go to Islam. That's how we know this is what happens to fake Israelites. If they go to some place they think is righteous, but we know they don't have the truth and we know that they're weak. So guess what? They're going to go to a place and see a whole bunch of hypocrites and they're going to be like, man, the Lord is not real. Christ is not real. They're going to turn away from the things that this Bible teaches because they don't see anyone living it. Our job is to uphold the truth and live the things that we read. You know what I mean? Go ahead. You have something?
Remind me of Polite shot the Bible.
Right. Right. You never seen that? He got like an assault rifle and went many on the sword. You know what I mean? But pause, dude. But it's like it was a Gideon Bible too, though, from the hotel motel. Either way, Captain Zaryak was laughing at it. We know this is just paper. You know what I mean? You're not harmed in the truth by shooting the Bible, even though culturally it's offensive. We would never do it. We say don't put your Bible on the floor. You know what I mean? We wouldn't put that, you know what I mean? But we know that the Lord is a living God. This is just paper. Right. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that the Pharisees always did. That's the things that the Christian church always do. This water is holy because we prayed over it. You understand? This building is holy because look how glorious the window panes are. Yeah, but you're in a glorious building with great window panes and you're molesting the child in the back room. You know what I'm saying? You in this amazing building and you got this holy water, but behind closed door, you're stealing from someone's grandma. What the fuck does this water have to do with anything? You understand? So that's what the Pharisees did. It was a show. It was something to be seen by men and women so they can make money. This ain't no hustle. You know what I'm saying? This is the real deal. If you're fighting something, you're dealing with something, turn yourself in. Tell on yourself. Get the counsel you need to be righteous. Don't do it by yourself, but don't sit here and think that what's being done in the dark won't come to the light. All right. Anything else on that one? Mm-hmm.
And had counted the blood of the covenant,
Damn.
wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing.
Right. You treating the sacrifice that Christ gave up like it's an unholy thing. Like it's a disgusting thing, the way you're treating it. Keep going.
And have done despite unto the Spirit of grace.
Damn. The second chance you got, you took the second chance and did more wickedness. You took the second opportunity you have in coming in the truth and done more evil. You out your goddamn mind, man. And you're gonna be found out, and you're gonna get revealed. And I'm gonna do my best to kick you the fuck out of here. All right. So lock here. Let's go to Jeremiah 12:7. No one is bigger than the program, man. These things are not hard to do, man. You know what I'm saying? And Barakatah Yahweh Shai for the brothers and sisters that maintain and uphold this truth. You understand? That's a righteous thing to do. And this is a glorious thing. You understand? Once again, we go to the streets. Y'all don't know if y'all heard me say this before. We go to the streets to cut the world. We come up in here to get cut. You know what I'm saying? And any manner of things that's going on out there, it ain't just against nobody in the class here, anybody specifically online, but this does need to be explained because we cannot be Christians. You know what I'm saying? That's not one West. All right, go ahead.
It's so heavy because it also goes into the fact that we say that we're in a cult. You have to immerse yourself in this so that you don't fall back into the world. Because the more you start not going to class, the more you stop listening online,
right?
You start doing the things that you were doing before you came here,
right?
You're going to drop your sword. You're going to fall out of it because you're not immersed in it.
Right? I'm right.
That's something I got to work on personally is being present in class. Because even now, like with the new stuff that I have, right. It's like, I'm trying to keep a low profile. Like the last life I had, I could wear my warband to work. It didn't matter. You can behind me. Right. You can't fire me for doing what I want. Right. But recently, with the job I'm at right now, it's like I gotta keep it on the low. Right. It's like people be talking crazy around me. It's just like I gotta stay quiet. And it's just like I can't even tell you what I really believe because this person might have the say on whether or not I'm actually gonna get hired here. Right. So it's like, and it's been a little discouraging because of that. Like I love wearing my warband outside. Right. Wearing my shield outside. And then working here, it's just I could see how like not having class, not having class, not having the culture outside of that. Right. It would kill my spirit if I didn't have this. Damn right. No, Most High in Christ, give him a hand. Going to camp, you know what I mean? All those things that we do are important, and it's a righteous spirit to have because this world is always trying to pull you back. Satan don't give up. You know what I'm saying? The white man, whether you think about it spiritually or carnally, just literally carnally, the white man is always going to try to destroy this school. You know what I'm saying? He's always going to try to send things to destroy this school, and hypocrisy is the key to doing it. You know what I mean? And so us being locked in and being immersed in the work and staying moving and being around the brothers is how we gain strength. You know what I mean? The reason why, all right, going back a little bit to what Precious was saying, the people in the Christian church can't stop getting high because no one in the Christian church stops getting high. The reason why it's possible to do it in the UBK is because you're around a group of people that don't get high. You understand? It makes it easier when you stay immersed in the culture. It makes it easier to stop doing the things you're doing in the world if you stay around people that are not doing things they were doing in the world. You understand? So we have to be vigilant. We have to be watching. Why? Because the adversary, the devil, goes about like a roaring lion seeking who they can devour. All right? Paraphrasing. Let's go to the next precept. Let's go. Yeah, Jerry, you in Jeremiah? All right.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12 and verse 7. I have forsaken my house. I have left my heritage. I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the hand of her enemies.
Right. The reason why the children of Israel have become into a lower state is because of our disobedience to the Lord. All right, keep going.
My heritage is unto me as a lion in the forest. It cried out against me.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore have I hated it.
Right. Like, could you imagine you raising up a dog, you know what I mean, from a puppy, and then eventually the dog run off one day, he go off into the woods, and you don't see the dog for years, and then like somehow, some reason you come back and you see this dog that you raised from a puppy, and now instead of him running to you, he growling at you. You're like, God damn, that would hurt your heart. You know what I'm saying? To see that happen. That's how the Lord looks at the children of Israel. He's like, these are the people that I have said are the apple of my eye. And then I come back and find you, and you are enemies of me. You understand? And not only was worse than that, it hurts to see you like this, it hurts the fact that I'm gonna have to put your ass down. You know what I'm saying? You have to put that dog down because of what you're doing against me. And that's what continues to happen to us because of our disobedience. So we need to be on the right side of these things. You understand? All right. But I'm gonna drop that one. We got some more. Go to Isaiah 60:4. That's what I want. Be 64. Let's see. No, 64:6. Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 64, verse 6. But we are all as an unclean thing.
Right. One thing that's easy to forget is the things that we have done in the world, not to guilt trip ourselves of what is done and what is past. That's a demon too, right? But you don't want to come into the truth and become so righteous, and then you look at everyone else. It feels good to be a camp and saying, you a pork eater, you a whore, you know what I'm saying? You love white people, you know what I mean? But if you don't examine yourself and see what you're doing, then you can get blindsided. This is what this precept is for, to humble you and to let you know how the Lord looks at us. You understand? Read it again.
But we all as an unclean thing,
Mm-hmm.
and all our righteousness are as filthy rags.
Right.
And we all do fade as the leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away.
What does it mean when it says all our righteousness are as filthy rags? Go ahead.
It's pretty much saying it's just like you're not clean cloth just because you're now following the law, such as the commandments of the Bible. Your righteousness isn't what saves you. Like it's what you do outside of, like, beyond that. That's a good put it. Like,
Close. No, hold on. One second. I'm gonna let the brother flesh it out a little bit more.
Okay. What I mean is,
what is the filthy rag?
The filthy rag is the sin that we committed in the past.
Okay.
It's the sin, like in the same way that, like, me saving, having a child and bringing up in the truth doesn't negate the fact that I had an abortion.
Right.
It doesn't negate the fact that I made wars with women.
Right.
From the evil that I did before.
Correct.
It's good that I'm now being righteous.
Right.
I'm doing things correctly, but that doesn't negate the things that I have done before.
All right, but in the example, what is the filthy rag? That's what I'm asking. Like, what is the analogy? What is a filthy rag in this context? You know what? Okay, no. I'm asking in the context.
Used to clean.
It
was a rag that was used to clean you.
It's a little bit worse than that. I can. Most I ain't crazy. This is
don't tell me.
Close. Once again. All right. Read it again from the top. I'm gonna break that part down. I just learned a different not a different breakdown, but an even more updated version. I'm like, good night. You know what I'm saying? Got the problem explain to me what Commander Jenny Hunter said with this precept. I'm like, God damn. Go ahead and read.
But we are all as an unclean thing.
Like, even though no matter all the greatness that we done, we still are an unclean thing in the sight of the Lord, man. He doesn't forget what you've done, the things that the angels haven't forgotten what you have done. All right, keep going.
And all our righteousness are as filthy rags.
Right, y'all heard the old saying back in the days when a woman is on her monthly, what do they say she's on? She's on her rag. You understand? A filthy rag was what women used before they had tampons and Kotex and maxi pads. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, you a Kotex, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You a goddamn tampon. You know what I'm saying? All your righteousness is as a filthy tampon. You know what I mean? Like, and this is the reason why they was trying to kill Isaiah and Jeremiah. You know what I'm saying? Because we read it in now in the modern English and the old English, and your righteousness is a filthy rag. It sounds so eloquent. Nah, he was out there blazing on niggas, calling niggas tampons, and you know what I mean? Nigga, you a maxi pad, nigga. They're like, let's kill this bitch ass nigga Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? He coming at me foul. You know what I mean? You gonna knock him down. You know what I mean? I don't like how he coming at me. But that spirit shows you how disgusting that thing is. Like, to be compared to the good night. You know what I mean? No, brothers don't want no parts of that. We don't want to be around it. Brothers don't even like buying clean tampons from the store because it feels foul for the, you know, he's like, I don't know, I don't do that. You know, I don't want no parts of these this time. All right. But the Lord is comparing us to that. All right. Keep going.
And we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away.
Right. So in that, all those things, now you have a second opportunity. Don't take that for granted now that you come in the truth, and then you puff yourself up. You become leaven like the Sadducees and Pharisees. All right. You know what I mean? That stain, you can clean a rag. You think about the women back then, you can have a rag that has been used for something, and then you actually wash it, but the stains are still there. You know what I'm saying? We have been washed clean, but the stains are still there. And then when you start doing the same things as before, it's damn near worse than the first time. You know what I mean? All right. Let's drop that. Let's go to Proverbs 27:1. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 27 and verse 1. Both not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth.
Right. We shouldn't boast ourselves about what tomorrow. We don't know what a day may bring forth. So that kind of ties back to what the brother's question was when he asked about the children and all those things. Like, yeah, we can't, I wouldn't worry to the left or to the right and say, hey, maybe I should stop having kids because of the way the world is going. And I'm not going to say, hey, my kids are good because of what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You got to endure till the end. You understand? You may have to go through things, and just because certain things happen doesn't mean the Lord's not with you either. God forbid something happens to your family or to your children, doesn't mean the Lord isn't with you either. You understand? So you don't give up or fall into the ways of the world based on those things. You endure. We all have to seek out our own salvation. You endure and fight to the end. You trust in that we can be reborn at any given time. This is not just the end of our lives. You know what I mean? Based on what's going on. Keep going.
Let another man praise thee.
Okay. Now that's too wild. Drop that. Let's go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Matter of fact, Proverbs 1:27. We'll stay in Proverbs real quick. Got a few more. All right. Someone said, thank you for Edomite man, and no more places under your feet. I'm ready to serve you. My cash app. Kassar. Prove yourself. Other than that, get the F off this line. I mean, so let me be humble. ISUBK NorCal, what is R? You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't believe you. You're just another devil lying like you've always done. I won't take the money. Help build up the school. What's it called? What is it? Is it ISUBK income? Yep, ISUBK income. $sign ISUBK income. BPO 2025. Drop some money in the cash app or get the fuck off our page. The water. As I said, bear with me, man. They got me drinking again. It's one more month, and I'm gonna go back to you know what I'm saying. Hopefully, I don't lose my rank in this, this month time. It's a lot. It's gonna be a good camp this week. What we got? Go ahead. Damn, what the heck? Having trouble connecting the internet connection. It froze up the whole thing. So I typed. I'm like, damn. I don't know. Maybe we still live. We'll see. Time's still going. Okay. Something with the post. We'll see if that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 27. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your it's like in your destruction cometh whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Right.
For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
Right. Like the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord, man. You serve a terrible power coming into the truth. And you're saying that you're working for him. You putting on his banner. You putting on his shield. You understand? We are representing the Most High in Christ. We got to be flawless. You understand? And following the law is the bare minimum. As priests and prophets, we expect everyone in the nation of Israel to just have an internet problem. So lock it. Okay. It's yeah. Let me keep going before Kevin call me. It's lock it. I'm concerned to all y'all brothers. It's a lock it. But no, seriously, the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. You understand? On a serious note, we got to fear the Most High in Christ. We know that the angels witness everything. Just keep that with you. Fear the Lord more than anything else on planet Earth. Fear the Lord more than losing your slavery. Fear the Lord more than your family, your rib leaving you, whoever. Fear the Lord more than losing anything on life. If you keep that ahead of you, you're going to be a wise, and you're going to be able to raise up men and show them how to be wise and understanding men as well. Because I look at this truth like even when it comes to any type of backbiting or tail bearing or anything like that, like gossiping and talking and those things like that. For one, you Google the word gossip, the first thing is going to come up is going to be a TV show called Gossip Girls. You know what I mean? Wanted to drop down. Gossiping is a very effeminate, it's a weak thing. We shouldn't do that or bring that into the truth. Like, to me, I may have a wrong way of looking at this thing, but I love the truth so much, and I know that Satan and Esau are going to try to destroy this thing. I feel like everything is being recorded, and it is in the eyes of the Lord, right? The angels. I feel like every conversation is being recorded. You know what I'm saying? Now, how would I look if I'm on a goddamn phone and being like, yeah, this brother, I can't stand this brother, and this brother, he do this or do that. And then now they go and play this tape back in front of everybody. You're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? This nigga, I don't fuck with this nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we here to defend the truth. Let me act like everything is being recorded, and I'm going to carry myself like Commander Jenny is right here, like Yahweh Shai is right here, because I don't want to destroy the things that they've built, you know what I mean, by my behavior. And when it comes to dealing with other brothers, you know, if you don't have nothing good to say, then don't say it at all. That's the classic. What are we talking about? You know what I mean? They said never look down on a man unless you're trying to pull them up. Unless the conversation is saying, how are we going to fix this brother? How are we going to help this brother? How are we going to get him to be better? And you're saying something negative about a brother, you better check your spirit out. You know what I'm saying? Akim, Akwathian, anybody, you better check your spirit that we are here to help each other and build each other up, not tear each other down. You have an offense, you take that offense and get it resolved to he and he alone, he and she alone, and then move forward with the counsels, whatever needs to be done. Anything else telling you not to do that is a demon within itself. You know what I'm saying? Trying to destroy our school by not bringing things to light, by not resolving issues, by holding and harboring things. And a lot of times it's usually something small. And once you realize what it is spiritually, you get right past it and we gain the brotherhood. Counsel is not to prove who's right and wrong. Counsel is not here to get someone a chair and they lift you up and be glory. Oh, look at this, brother. This is right. Counsel is there for what? I'm gonna ask y'all. It's a Hebrew Academy guys. What is counsel there for? Okay.
Pretty much to keep the order
Mm-hmm.
in our nation.
Not only order, brotherhood is closer, is right. One more thing. Oh, you said you want to take it?
Just to show when someone is wrong or like I think it's basically that to show how they may be wrong and then how to work on improving the situation. I'm
gonna get this brother one more shot and we're gonna reverse engineer it. Go ahead. That's on to it. You're getting a little closer. You want to take a shot at it? No. The spirit of the council. Okay, that's why I say reverse engineer. Why did the council start? What starts a council? An offense, right? So let's say I never met you before a day in my life. Before, you know what I mean? Now I know you. Then something happened. There's an offense. Now there's a problem between me and you. Go ahead. You should, yeah.
Counsel is to gain a brother.
Exactly. Get a brother hand. You understand? That's all it's about. That's why it says go to he and he alone. And if he hears you, then you have what? Gained your brother. The whole purpose of the council is to make you and this person feel the same way you felt about each other before the effing offense happened. That's it. I don't care who's right. I don't care who's wrong. I want to love you the same way I loved you before this BS happened. You understand? If anything happens before when I see you and it's a negative thought, that's a demon trying to tear our brotherhood apart. You understand? I should feel the same way after this council that I felt about you before this incident happened. I should love you the same way that I loved you before, if not more, after this incident happened. You know what I'm saying? That's what this thing's resolved for. So if you keep that in your mind and keep that in your spirit, that the only reason why I'm going to take this brother to counsel, take this sister to counsel, take this man to counsel is because I don't feel the same way I felt about him when I see him. And when I see him, I want to feel good about it. So let me get this resolved. So every time I see the brother, I love this nigga. This my nigga. You understand? And he love me. And she blah. We good. We tight. And there's nothing wrong. You know what I mean? And you keep going until we get it resolved. But we can't have anything built up where there is an underlying something going on. That's Christianity. Once again, that's what the fucking Christians do. All right. Drop that. And let's go to the last couple of verses. We had 9 o'clock. I'm gonna pull that one. I'm gonna pull that one. Matter of fact, nah, brother did post it. I think Karak posted this one the other day. Let me look it up real quick. Go to the book of Ecclesiastes 23 and 19. Like this nigga, his name is Jap5. He's doing an interview on Vlad TV. He's from A-Trade Gangster Crip, whatever. The H.A.'s have been beefing with Rolling 60s forever, past 45 years, probably damn near 50 years now. So many brothers have died between the war between these two groups. And he was talking about the cat Nipsey Hussle, who was from Rolling 60s. He was saying when he died, that hurt brothers that were his ops and his enemies. And he said, growing up, coming up, I looked up to Nipsey. He said, I wouldn't tell the homies though. You know what I'm saying? Because they hate Nipsey. But he's like, I'm listening to his music at the house. But then when you get around people and they get playing, they be turning it off. He like, yeah, turn that off. Like he is showing himself to be an enemy to this cat, but in his spirit, he like knows the brother can rap. You know what I mean? The brother's solid. He's doing this stuff, and he really doesn't hate him as an individual, but he hates that side because of the history between the two groups. Now, that example to me would be if he was a really solid brother. Now, in the truth, right? He's right to have that kind of spirit. We know Nipsey's not our people, but that spirit of like, damn, real recognize real, or knowing that there is something bigger than my gang and seeing him as a man, that is solid to do. We need to do that as men in the truth to be able to forgive things and love our enemies and all that thing. But like, if his gang was righteous, if his gang was doing the right thing, he's a horrible gang member. He's a disloyal bastard to his brothers. You understand? So imagine someone in the truth, we repping this flag, but on the low, you rolling with the ops. On the low, you looking up to them. On the low, you partaking in their activities. You can't be with us. You understand? That's what that's like to be a goddamn Christian in the school. You know what I'm saying? To be a hypocrite amongst righteous men is like you are rolling with the opposites. Like you rolling with the oppressor. You chose the white man and his ways, his culture over your brothers, man. We can't do that. You know what I mean? All right, go ahead and read.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 23 and verse 19. Mm-hmm. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men.
Damn. Go up a verse then, man. Hold on. So lock it. This is about to be something. I think we'll damn near end. I'm gonna have one more of this one. Bear with me. Go ahead.
Verse 18. Mm-hmm. A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me?
Good night. Oh, hold on, man. This is perfect. This is too many things, man. Good night. The context always. Let's go. Damn, we're gonna go to verse 15. I'm gonna have to look up this word.
Verse 15. The man that is accustomed to opprobrious words.
Opprobrious.
Opprobrious words. will never be refrained.
What the word opprobrious means, expressing scorn or criticism, abusive. A man expressing abusive words,
will never be refrained all days of his life.
Right, be reformed. What do you go to prison to be reformed? You got reform schools. They want to change you. A man that is used to being abusive with his words or not being thoughtful in what he's saying is never going to be changed in all the days of his life if you continue in this manner. Keep going.
Two sorts of men multiply sin. And the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is as a burning fire.
Someone that's emotional and quick to anger is as a burning fire. Keep going.
It will never be quenched till it be consumed. A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he have kindled a fire.
Right. Two sorts of men multiply sin. A brother that is weak with his emotions in his mouth is not good for the work of the Lord. You understand? It's someone that is weak in their flesh, and a fornicator is going to keep going, and this fire will never be quenched. You understand? Keep reading.
All bread is sweet to a whoremonger.
Right. A whoremonger is a man that sells women. You understand? A fishmonger is someone that sells fish. All bread, all money is sweet to a pimp. A whoremonger is a pimp. You know what I mean? He's taking all money. Keep going.
He will not leave off till he dies.
Yeah, pimp till you die. Pimp, pimp, hooray. That's what they say. Magic Don Juan, you know what I'm saying? They're going to keep going until the end. They don't see anything. They talk about a pimp God. They talk about priest, church, tabernacle. Everything about pimping culture is a mockery of the Lord. You understand? Like, these men will not stop until they die because of that demon that's on them is strong. Keep going.
A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me?
Right. One more time.
Who seeth me?
One more time from the top.
A man that breaketh wedlock.
Like Christ said that you put a woman away, you're committing adultery. You understand? You're causing her to commit adultery. You know what I mean? Like, you breaking wedlock and then saying in your heart, what does he say?
So I can say in his heart, who seeth me?
Like, who sees me doing this? Who sees me? Like, you can't just go to the goddamn, what's that? You 12? Baby 12? As long as he's 12. I don't care about none of this stuff up here. As long as he good. He ain't crying. As long as I ain't Christ. You know what I mean? It's different when they're not your kids. If my son, you know what I mean? But I'm like, actually care about his life. Yeah, I gotta cut myself. Like, man, I should care about my kid's life a little bit more. You know what I mean? But Most High in Christ. Like, these things, you think that you're saying this, who will see of me? Keep going.
I am compassed about with darkness.
Yeah, you laying, you doing things in the dark, you sleeping, whatever you doing. No one sees that going on. Keep going.
The walls cover me, and nobody seeth me.
Right.
What need I to fear?
Right. What do you need to be fearful of? You understand? You have no witness to this thing, then you have no fear. We know the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. Keep going.
The Most High will not remember my sin.
That sounds like a white man. You understand? That's white culture. That's why Donald Trump is in Iran right now. He act like because he bombed the Iranians and killed little kids last week, it don't matter this week. They literally wake up, and I don't know what type of sociopathic man they can be, but they wake up in the morning like you just didn't send people to murder children last week. And they go in the mirror and he has an interview and I don't think they can see me online. They didn't have Neil deGrasse who could tell you how hot the sun is. It's 1 million nuclear bombs blasting every second or something like that. Like the imagery of 10,000 suns. The eyes of the Lord are brighter than that, man. That's something we can't even comprehend. Keep reading.
Beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts.
Right. That's what the Lord worries about. Right. That's what being in the truth is about. Having integrity. It's not about what we do when we at camp and how we. Lord don't care about that. Lord don't care what Kassar doing here in class and teaching. You know what I'm saying? In essence, he care about what I'm doing when I'm not in class. He care about what we doing when we're not at camp. He care about what we doing in the secret places, because that shows who you are as a man. You understand? Integrity is doing the right thing when no one is looking. All right. Read the next verse.
Verse 20. He knew all things ever they were created. So also after they were perfect, they looked upon them all. This man shall be punished in the streets of the city, and where he suspected not, he shall be taken. Right.
So yeah, that's that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna end it on that. I had the last one was the precept. I'll just paraphrase. I said it already. Like, beware the devil. He goes about like a roaring lion. Y'all can find that. I believe it's in Hebrews. But once again, man, we just got to be vigilant. We got to be diligent and stay the course. Do what's right. These commandments are not grievous. Karak was laughing like that like last night. He's like, we're having a good time in the truth. You stressed out doing whatever you're doing, Christian church. We good, man. These things are not hard to not eat pork. It's not hard to not sleep with another man's wife. It's not hard to, control your goddamn self. You know what I mean? And those things that are hard, maybe you fighting because of what happened to you when you was a kid or whatever you dealing with. Once you get over those things, you'll realize the things that are plaguing you are not hard either. You know what I mean? Sit the hell down, man. Keep working or stay in the house. You know what I mean? One or the other. You know what I mean? But I hate that saying that they always say, what would Jesus do? You know what I mean? The Christians, so gay. You know what I mean? The way they say it. But it's like, man, I follow a man. You know what I mean? General Hyman always says that, like, if everybody can just follow a man in the truth and make this thing real and bring the Bible to life, it makes it a lot easier, and we all are doing it at the same time. So I follow Captain Cornwall. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here. I'm rocking, I'm rolling. He doing his thing, I'm here, we rolling. That's it. You know what I mean? It's what we on, it's what we on. As long as he following Captain Gadar, Captain Gadar following Captain Zaryak, Captain Zaryak following General Hyman, General Hyman following Commander Janihana, we all moving in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? And if I love this brother, you know what I mean? I don't talk to General Hyman every day. I don't talk to, you know what I'm saying, Commander Janihana every day. I don't talk to Captain Zaryak every day. I talk to Captain Quam every other day or every day. You know what I'm saying? Or once a week. You know what I mean? Like, this brother is the one I'm following. He's following him. He's following him, and he's following him. And when I have something in my mind, like, damn, okay, if I do this, this is gonna shame Captain Quam. You know what I'm saying? This is the brother that I'm rocking and rolling with. This is the brother that I love. Then what type of brother am I? You know what I'm saying? Let me not do that. You know what I mean? And then he does the same thing, and he does the same thing, and we all do the same thing. And Commander Gianna does that and looks at Christ that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I cannot do this because I have to do this because I'm representing this. You know what I mean? And so that's how we all lock in. You just find in. It was always funny. Croc, you said, I'm rambling on, but Croc, you said in our circle, man, he's like, I said the truth because the times about. You know what I'm saying? He just seeing the times about, knowing his story, the things he's been through, and the things he come through. Man, I'm here because brothers like him, you know what I mean? And just seeing that, and that's the spirit we just got to be in. It makes it a whole lot easier to do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Lock in and move like that. I can. All right. With that, Sister had one slide. So would it be for justice? She might have answered the question I can't remember what I said at the time, but I'm gonna close out at that. All right. You closing it out, Mokan? Or we just all right? No, so I didn't know what you was doing. Okay, no, that's good. We just close out this way. We don't got to do the whole thing. All right. I was just like make him do the whole thing. You gotta tell him to read the announcements or whatever. But shalom, Yabashim Shabbat. Thumbs to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema. Thumb Bashim Yashah to all sisters. Class dismissed. All right. For real.